Hello everybody, this is Valhallagamingtv and this is the channel that plays everything so you don't have to. Today we're here with Satisfactory and this is going to be part 82. We did this big power plant in the last episode, got it all started up. It's looking pretty good at the moment, but we got a problem. The biggest problem we got right now is the fact that the oil coming in is not consistent enough and it takes too long and it's coming in by train. So I'm going to have to go and rebuild the rail line. I spent a lot of time on it, but it's not good enough. We need to have a bi-directional railway. So I'm going to have to put another line right next to it and have it go down all the directions and then start to create some signals. See if I can make it work now. Because right now we have it as like different blocks. And so we got the oil coming in right now. But basically there's only one train allowed at a time. Let's see how much oil we're bringing in. Are these even filled up? Can't even look at it at the moment. I'm gonna have to ride this train back and see if it gets filled up. That'd be a good thing to know. But here comes the oil. Looks like all of them got oil in them. Now the problem is that once this train starts moving, it's gonna have to wait for the other trains to go by. Like we got another one right now going that direction. Yep, and now it has to wait here. And we don't want that. We want these trains to keep moving constantly, which will speed up the amount of oil I'm getting and keep that power station going. So what we gotta do, I can probably start it off like right here. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna run the train, like the rail along the side here and just follow it out. Oh, here comes this one. Gotta get out of the way. Go on, oil train. Go get more oil. We need it. Or the power shuts off. This doesn't tell the power. No power told here. Okay. All these lights are off too. I'll have to connect it to like the power pole over there. Or over here would work. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Oh wait, no, there's power here. It's just not connected. And we also have these that I don't need the doubles. Let's see, which one's higher? The one in the back. Okay, we want to get rid of this. Plug that in and plug that in. And continue just like that. I'm thinking that I'm not going to continue with this, how I have it built like this. I think I'll just put some foundations like on the right side here and build off of it. And then I can decorate all of it later. But for now, I just need to get this stuff going. So let's go get just these regular platforms, or I guess I can copy these ones. Get the zoop mode going. And we'll go over two like that. And then we just basically gotta like continue this all the way down until we get to where we need to go. The other thing too is that I guess I don't necessarily need to do that. I can just do like the like a certain distance in between them all. Let's see. Should I have it 2 out or 1 out? I'm thinking 1 out, like this. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. And then we just need to pull the train track over here. So let's grab this. Maybe pull it from here. If I can. Put it in the center. Can we plug it in here? Ooh, that's gonna be a little problematic, huh? Okay, so if I go like straight this way, let's pull the train straight this direction. Try to keep it in the center. I think that's centered. And then from here, we got to be able to pull these other rails over into this one. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put the train track and get it lined up all the way to the end. And once I get that, then I'll start worrying about intersections. Because this is running at the moment. I don't really want to cause an issue for it. So let's just keep this train track moving on the side here. So I want to pull it this direction. Pull it to right here, right in the center. And then we're going to want to grab that and pull it probably over here. Come on, foundation. It does not want to connect properly. Come on. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. There goes another train. I wonder why it doesn't want to connect properly. It's probably because that bar's in the way. Maybe I'll just do something like this. And we want to connect it like right here. One more. Oh, that looks horrible. I definitely don't think it's coming off of where it needs to be. I'm pretty sure it has to do with these. Used to be something like that. Okay, now I think that's lined up. Let's get rid of this. And then we can get the rail to come all the way over here. Yeah, this is going to be problematic. Oh, it needs to come out too. Let's see. I don't think this one's actually connected properly. Nope. It is not. Okay, so I was almost like halfway done going down this rail line. And I came to the conclusion that I only built the rail line to be a single foundation wide. And if I'm going wide like this, it's not going to work out very well. So I'm going to do something that's going to be a little bit more complicated, but it'll fit to the, you know, the build that I already have set up. And I don't have to like completely rebuild or make it look terrible. I'm going to make a vertical bi-directional railway. I don't think I've ever seen one done like that. So it's going to be completely new and I don't really have any reference to go from. I'm just going to make it from my head and how I think it should work. And we'll see if it'll, I guess, work out. And it should look pretty cool. So just think of the railway I have now, but I'm going to put a second layer on it, like another level. And one level will be going one direction and the other level will be going another direction. And when it comes to intersections, it'll drop down into the same level and the intersections will happen and then it'll raise back up to the areas it needs to go. So that's the idea. But now I just gotta, I guess, make the idea come to life. So we'll find out if I can make that happen or not after I delete all this stuff that I placed, because it's not gonna work. It's gonna look terrible. It's gonna get in the way of the other buildings that I got. So we gotta make it work with the room we got. So the question is, how am I going to get this lifted up and work like that? I guess the first intersection is going to be here, but how am I going to get it up there? That's the question. So what I can do here, I could literally make like walls, or I can put beams up. So I think at first, I'm going to make like a wall to get the right height of where I need to be. So we'll start it like right here. Identical buildable already here. I don't see the identical buildable there. Okay. It's all a lie. Oh, it's this wall here. All right, let's get rid of that real quick. Basic wall. Oh, I know what I could do. Ah, we can make this look cool. Oh, here comes the train. We gotta get out of the way. Go on, train. Don't hit me. Gotta make sure this stuff keeps flowing. Okay. So I'm gonna put like windows. That would be really cool. So let's go with a basic wall real quick. And we're gonna go up go for like 3. That should be plenty of room. Yep. And it'll also be high enough for the lights. Perfect. And so the second level will be here. So one will be going that direction and one will be coming this direction. This is going to be very interesting in how this is going to work. But I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. It'll be really cool. Waiting for another train to come through, it looks like. Okay, so we'll just do this. And then what we're going to do, what kind of windows do we want to use? Probably the ones with the walls. We can do like these. I think that would be cool. And then also we don't need to do a double here. We can just do a single foundation. And we got to jump. I can hear it. Oh, there it comes. I jumped right at the right time. Okay. And then we can just have it go like this. Straight this way. And I basically just have to copy the bottom. How it's already set up. And then once that's all copied, I can paint it and basically connect it. And this whole thing's already built. It'd be pretty sweet. So I'm going to do all this. And I'll get back to you guys when it's done because it's going to be time consuming. And it's probably not going to be the most entertaining thing to watch. That glass window on the top, though, does not look good. So I'm just going to do something like this. Go back to the walls and do it like that. So the wall on top, and then we'll have 2 windows. And that way, when you're looking like on this part, we'll be able to see the trains going through, which will look really cool. And then we got lights. Okay, everybody, I am back. I've been doing a lot of stuff. And all this train track that I placed already, I can keep most of the track, but the foundations and all that stuff, I'm like literally just removing everything. It just is in place the way that I'd want it to be, and it's just not working out. So I'm gonna have to redo just about all of it, and it's gonna take a whole lot of time. So I guess I'll take you guys on that journey with me so we can make some video out of it. But this is basically gonna be a whole video about redoing the train track. Okay, so I got a ton of stuff here. I gotta empty my inventory. I don't need all this. Let's see, what else can I get rid of? Leaves. I'll keep the proteins. Get rid of that. Get rid of the plates. Anything that I can make on my own, I don't need to have in my inventory. The reinforced plates I'll keep because I don't have that running. Actually, since I'm over here, I could probably do that too. That would be a good idea. Okay, let's sort that. Let's pick up all these cases. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of work to be done. The blueprints were cool, made it look interesting. I'll try to keep some of it if I can, like over there. But over in the, like where the factories were when I originally put it, it's not gonna work out too well. I found like things that were like out of alignment, nothing was fitting right. Whole lot of problems. Okay, looks like there's more crates down there that I missed too. So let's get over there real quick. Tons of materials. And again, I'm going to try to keep the train track going the way it is. And just maybe connect foundations to it, since it's already connected and working. But I'm going to also make those intersections where they go vertical. And I'm going to do it where there's windows here too, which will look cool. And I figured all this out when I was doing the alignment for this area here. I realized that this one wasn't even aligned with this over here, so I couldn't even really do what I was trying to do in the first place. It would just look terrible. So I was like, you know what? I just gotta reset it, you know, get it all fixed up and make it better. And luckily, one of you guys in the comments helped me out, and you showed me the dismantle mode for blueprints. So instead of taking all this time to dismantle all these blueprints, like one by one, I can literally just dismantle them all in one click, which saves so much time. It's ridiculous.
looks like we're riding on a train here. Okay. Okay. So this will be interesting, working on this while trains are running by. Okay, so we got to get rid of a lot of this stuff. And then I'm just going to rebuild something that actually fits it. And then I can make it look nice later on. So let's try to do that. Blueprint. Now, the other issue I have here, I think, is the blueprint came with the track. Like this part. So if I do this, track's gone. And I just got to replace it. But this one doesn't, because I think I was replacing every other track because it wasn't connecting properly before. So that's gone. Goodbye, blueprints. You served me well. And then also the street lights aren't going to look very well with the way I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to close it off with windows. So it's going to be kind of like a tunnel, but not really. And then over here is kind of a problem too. Because like if you look at this, I can't do the windows over this way because they just don't connect properly. Not to mention you can't do them on ramps. So it's all kind of frustrating. But I'm thinking that I'll just leave the blueprints at this point, and then from here, I'm gonna do different stuff. So like down here, I'll get rid of this, which these aren't blueprints, so I gotta get rid of these manually. But good thing we can just select them all like that, which will take a sec. Okay, removed all those. You know, this whole game is all about, like, I made something before, and now that I learned a bunch of new stuff, now it sucks. It's all about like reiterating over and over again. And I think we're in that process. Now I just got to get this train going, make it look nice, and have it be a double layer. It'll be interesting. I guess I could just go down with the walls like this. Just have the walls go down. Are these even lined up? Look at that. The foundations aren't even lined up. Hold on. Where's the foundation at? Yeah, it doesn't even really line it up. So that's also an issue. So we want to line these up with the foundations below, because if we don't do that, it's not going to line up with the stuff down there. But since it's not even lined up in the first place all the way down that way, how's that gonna work? So I guess we just, I don't know, we're not gonna line it up on this part here. Just make it work. Okay, I think I know how I'm gonna do this. Let's see, I can probably put a foundation here. Will this line up properly? Or will it just like run into it? Let's see. It's right there. That'll work. Okay. So it looks like the top here is not going to be completely lined up with the bottom foundations, which I think I can make it work like that. Like, for example, if I wanted to make like a something to hold it up, we can just do something like this. Let's see. Architecture, big pillar support. Let's say the foundation's right here. We don't need the big one. We can just do like the small one. And then we can just line it up down here. So like the center would be probably right here. Yep. Just like that. Then we can do the metal pillar. And then we can do the beam supports. And that matches the height. So that holds it up, but it's not completely lined up in the center. But that can still work. So up here will be a different alignment, but yet it'll still kind of line up on the road there. We'll do something like that. And we'll just make it really simple. It doesn't have to be all super complex and complicated where it takes forever to build anything. I'll just keep it simple and keep it moving. That looks like it lines up. Do the same thing here. And we can do some more pillars as we go later on, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. We'll get these foundations to go this way. I should have actually probably started them over here. Let's see if it lines up properly. Hopefully it lines up at least up like on the track itself. Because if that doesn't work, that's even more of a problem. See, this is why it pays to line it up correctly the first time, or you end up with stuff like that. Look at that. Exactly what I was talking about. The best solution for this is just to remove the track and like do it again. At least starting over here. That's the only solution I can come up with. There's stuff floating over here. Ah, that's where I was powering it. Okay. Like starting right here. Let's see. This is the center. And this could be like the first support. Let's press H. I'm thinking I can still keep the track. I might have to connect it a little bit differently in places, but like from here down, I'm gonna have to like replace it. And then the track this way will be fine. Look how big that support is. Okay, I don't need a support that big. Just put the small one in the center. Center support. Just do it like that. And then we're gonna go up with a small metal pillar. Do another support up top, like this. And then we're gonna get a foundation and make it right in the center. And that's where it's gonna start. And then everything forward is gonna have to basically be replaced. Because if I do the foundations like this, like at the moment, let's see. Looks like we got to do the ramp now. Like that. Go down. I'm thinking that I'm not going to go straight down though. Like over, so if I started over here, I should be able to connect it. So I can just make the rail straight through here since it's not connecting to anything. Let's do that real quick. So let's go to the architecture. Let's go with small pillar support. Make it right in the center. Make sure it's in the center. That looks right. Now we're gonna go and get the metal pillars. Grab that again. Get rid of these because those are wrong. And put that right in the center. And I'm sorry, trains, but we're gonna have to put you on pause for a sec. Is that one backing up now? Like, okay, there's nowhere to go. Okay, so now I gotta grab this. Bring it down this way. Until it gets to the right height where that ramp is down here. And then disconnect the train up here. So let's see, it's gonna go and be at this point right here. So I can get rid of this because it's not even in the right location. Should have probably waited. Then I could have used that as like a copy. There's like a ramp right here. The heck is all this about? Okay, put that there. Now we're gonna grab the small pillar support. Start it right here at the bottom of the ramp. There's gonna be a lot of edits on this video. I spent like a good 40 minutes without even recording, maybe more, just trying to figure out how I was gonna do this. That's probably gonna need to be a little higher. Get rid of that. All the way down. And then we gotta bring this like that. Oh, that's right up on there, isn't it? Let's see. Doesn't line up properly, but I think we can just do something like this. And that'll work. Okay. And now, instead of having the rail go all the way down there and then come up, we can just have it go straight. So, something like this. And then have it go straight down this way. And make sure we keep it in the center. Then we don't have to have like a needless bump. There's no reason for the bump. There we go. Okay, and now the track's connected again. And then this isn't high enough now. So I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this. And I want it to be 4 tall. That way we can keep it at the right height. Let's see. Yep, and this is too low as well now. So let's get rid of these. Grab the ramps. And we're gonna go... Yeah, look, that's kind of weird too. It doesn't actually... It goes too far. And this won't connect directly. So I think we gotta go to like right there. And then keep this going like this. And we need one more ramp. There we go. All connected. Now for this, we can get rid of this railway again and make sure it's connected properly. Oh, to fix the mistakes. Okay, let's make sure this is gonna go up high enough. Let's put it right there and see what it looks like. That looks like it works. Now let's pull it down here. We're gonna stop it probably like right... Where is it at? Maybe right here or right here. Let's try right here, like a foundation away. That looks straight. And then from here, we're gonna go to flat. And connect. There it goes. Looks a little better. I like how the trains automatically react to it. That's cool. Okay. So now we got this, which we're going to have it go all the way down to the end here. And hopefully we can make a connection that kind of works with the glass. That's what I'm hoping, because I don't want like the overlaps and stuff. Oh, here comes the train. Come on, Mr. Train, hurry up. Luckily that wasn't a real long one. Okay, and now we'll just grab this and go like that. Yeah, you see that? It doesn't line up properly. But I can get rid of these. Maybe do 2. You don't need this now. Get rid of the windows. And then let's put them like this, right on the end here. Make sure it lines up with the foundation. We'll go 3 up. And it looks like it's lined up with that, so that's good. Grab a wall. Oh, kind of lined up, huh? Now we're just gonna have to get rid of the top and realign it. And the nice thing about the railway is that as it goes over to this side, we can just literally connect it and have a little bit of a separation here, and it'll still be okay. But we need to make sure it's aligned with the bottom, at the least. And now this should be aligned with the city over here. Not the city, I guess it's just like a factory town. All right, get rid of the windows. And replace them at the right angles. And I'll probably start right here because we don't want it going into the train track. And now straight down. And now we know that this will be in alignment, which is great. So it may not be perfect with the other stuff over there, but at least it will be in alignment within the city. Then I'll get to figure out what else I messed up when it comes to the road. But that will happen over time, and I'm sure I'll have to readjust stuff. But for now, this will work. So let's get these windows to go down. All the way to the end, and I'm going to fill this in like a tunnel. And then these ones aren't aligned anymore, so I can get rid of these. I got to also keep an eye out or an ear out because there are trains coming just like that. Make sure I don't get hit by them. Or I guess going for a ride. There we go. Okay, are we aligned? We are. So if I was going to do anything in the future, if I was going to replay like this game or anything like that, knowing about the grid and knowing how to line everything up, I would have started everything with like a road, and everything that I built from there would be connected to that road. So none of it would have been a problem. But I did not know any of that stuff, and now I'm paying for it. Okay, let's get these windows. I should also turn on the reinforced plate factory. That would be helpful. That way I can get reinforced plates coming in, because that seems to be a problem that I'm having now. Before I kept it off because I didn't have a whole lot of power. Now that I got all that other power going, ooh, where did that go? Okay. Now that I got all that power now, I should be able to turn it on and not have an issue. Go down that way. Come on, windows. And then I'm about to redo the top layer and make sure it's in alignment with the bottom one. And here comes the train. Okay, let's jump. That's the short one. I'm running out of fuel though. Let's grab some more. Fuel time. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to do this part here because we can do the windows and all that kind of stuff later. This is all stuff to make it look nice and in the future, but it is a way to make it aligned to the right height that I want. So that is important, but I don't need to have all the windows done at the moment. I just need to do like alignment positions where the ramps go up and down, and then it'll work out fine. Grab that. I guess me building this is a way for you guys to see what I'm trying to go for, and hopefully not get hit by trains. Ooh, that's a long one. Luckily I got the fuel for it. Then you can get an idea of what I'm going for and how it's supposed to look in the, in the long run. This is going to be the bottom one for the rail, and then the top one is going to go the opposite direction. Now the question is, how am I going to align them? Like have it go down and up and into a level area? That's going to be the difficult part. So the intersections are going to be they're going to have to be in entire different areas than what I have now. But we'll get there once I get to that point. So delete that and then get this moving. So I'll be right back once I get most of this done. Okay, I filled that in. Also, these wires here are going to be a little bit of an issue because they're going straight through it, but I can connect those with like little power nodes, whatever you want to call them. So this is what I mean by the guidelines. Since this bottom one is lined up, we'll just make like one wall here grab that wall there. Now I know the top one needs to align with that. And so I can just do like a foundation. Put it where it needs to be. And then the ramp should go right to it. Just like that. Let's grab this ramp. Go up to the top. And also for the lights, I'm actually going to do ceiling lights inside instead of the street lights. And I think that'll make it look really cool. Let's see how these ramps look. Oh, did I line it right up? I did. Look at that. Okay. Break this down. And pretty much just get rid of all the top here. Because this isn't even in a line now. Oops. You take out a bunch of stuff. There we go. No more of that needed. Grab the window. And since this is actually all flat, I don't need to have more alignment because I can just keep this going over here. So no more of that needed until I go up or down. If I'm level, it should keep an alignment for its like on its own without the need of that. So keep it going. Delete it all. My mess ups. You guys should let me know in the comments if you guys have had to do stuff like this in your own factories. Let me know if you've had to rebuild entire sections of things because of new things you've learned. And then you realize, oh, I messed up. Oh, here's another thing I need to get rid of. Oh, even this whole bottom plate. Don't need a rail down here. And it's gone. Okay, get back up here. It's gonna be really cool when I can get these trains consistently moving without the need for them to stop. That's gonna be the main goal. Once I have a track that I can do that with, then I can just continuously add more stuff to it. We gotta make it work well. Oop, I'm dropping. In the city though, in Cyber City, I already have the starting of a track, and it is bi-directional, but it's side by side instead of vertical. But I also built it for that from the beginning, based on the knowledge I have now. So this is all the old stuff I built, which is now just a big problem. Most of these factories I'm going to rebuild in Cyber City. So we won't have to worry about a lot of it in the future. But I still want to have a train track that goes down this way because I still need to like transport ore and all that kind of stuff. Like eventually these factories will probably not be in service, and then I'll just rebuild these factories in Cyber City itself and everything will be built there. So instead of doing the modular factory thing that I originally had, it's going to go right into, you know, I guess massive factory. I honestly think it's easier, to be honest. Like instead of doing the modular stuff, it's definitely easier. Do one big massive factory. Also looks more impressive, I think. And we can still make small little ones that make the resources, like the base resources that we need. And from there, we can transport that to the city. And we can still use the trains to transport across, you know, to have like a railway that goes across the entire land. Which is kind of the idea that I wanted. And we can still have that. Basic wall. And we're lined up. Awesome. So this one, for the corner here, this is kind of how I'm going to have these corners now, instead of doing like an angle, because it's hard to put the windows at an angle. There is a way to do it when you use like the beams and you put them at a diagonal, but it's a real pain. So I'm just going to keep it all squared off. as much as I can. And here we go. Looks like that's going to be a line that way. And I removed the majority of the stuff here. So what I'm going to do is build it to this intersection here. And then once we get to this point, we're going to start working on the rail. And then I can make it go further later. But I need to get an idea of how I'm going to do these intersections. So there's going to be a lot of fumbling around trying to make this work. But it should be entertaining. And if we can make it work, it's going to look really cool. So this is going to continue. And this is going to go straight past everything. Because it's going to continue down the line where it already is. Okay. Now we're going to go down below. Need to give it a foundation. And I can get rid of all this stuff here that's underneath. This was kind of like trying to level where the area is supposed to be. Because the blueprints got all messed up and it just didn't work out. Let's remove all these foundations. Don't need all this. Block in the road. Let's not delete the road. I hear a truck. That's one of the other reasons why I still have the road at the moment, is because we do have trucks out here that are transporting goods. Again, eventually we won't have that, so then we won't have to worry about it. Let's go down this way, make sure everything's connected properly. Unless I gotta remove something. Okay, are you lined up? You are not lined up. Oh, gross. That's not good. So that corner over there is not lined up either, it looks like. Okay. See, these are the problems. These are the problems I'm saying I'm having here. You think you got it, and then it just gets you. So I gotta do that corner again. Yeah, I know I've been playing for 2 hours. Thank you, fix it. Okay, I'll be right back when I fix this corner. I actually found a little crack back there at the intersection, and I think that's what threw everything off. So hopefully I don't have to redo the corner. And I don't. Haha. All right. One little mistake threw the entire alignment off. All right, we're good. So this is all lined up. Now we just got to connect it here. And it looks like it's lined up. Let's keep going this way. Oh yeah, look at that. It lines up right with the actual, the buildings, which it should because it's lined up with the road. So this is going to work out great. Perfect. All right, we're making progress now. So we got the road, and most of it can stay because it's already lined up the way I need it. And just the foundations and stuff had to be redone. Okay, so I think we can start laying down some track. So let's go back to the, like, Cyber City. Make sure everything's lined up, and then we'll start laying down some train track until we get back over here. Then we'll figure out how we're going to do those intersections. Okay. So we are all the way back here. Now, this is going to be the problem. We're going to have to redo this entire intersection. And it's got to work for two train railways to work through this. So how we're going to do that is going to be a question in itself. So we're going to get rid of all these block signals, and it looks like a lot of these trains are just going to have to stop until we get this figured out. So I'm going to remove all this train track. I'm going to try to make the intersection. Easy, easy, Mr. Train. Easy now. I will put this back up for you. You just got to wait. We're going to get this all figured out, okay? All of it's going to get figured out. Okay. So we need an intersection. So if we have one train coming in, right? We need to have one rail that goes one way and another rail that goes another. So I'm thinking that... Let's see. Put it in the center. Pull it this way. Let's say this center one right here is going to go that direction. And then we're gonna have another one right here, which is gonna go, let's do it 2 over. Let's make sure we have it lined up properly. And then this is gonna go this direction. So let's make this foundation line up like that. Never done this before, so bear with me. We'll figure it out. I'd imagine it would eventually be easier to have 2 directional intersections like this than it would be, you know, the way I was doing it before. Okay. So we got ourselves the start of an intersection. The problem is where these trains are over here. That's going to be, it might be a little difficult to connect them, but let's see how we can do this. So if we have trains coming this way, we need them to go up and down, but we also need them to come off of this. So like this track here would connect over here. And then, but this would also allow it to, actually we should probably have it where it stops a couple times. That's probably why I can't connect it. So let's start it here in the center. We'll go like 2 foundations at a time. Another 2. That way there's plenty of connection points. We'll see if that becomes a problem or not. So this one's going this way. So we definitely want to have it, the first exit is going to be like right here. And it's going to connect to this one. Let's put this like right here in the center. And it turns too sharply. How dare you? Okay, let's say that this is connected here. Will that work? Still turns too sharp. We gotta try to get it to come out this way or something. There we go. Okay, so this railway is going to go this way. It's also going to come off here. And then it also goes over this direction. And so that's all for going straight, like that direction. But now, we also need to pull it like this and pull it over here. So we also need to lay this out in different levels. Let's see. Pull it every 2. Oh God, there was a train collision. Okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. They can walk it off. Walk it off, trains. Only temporary. Okay. So this one is going this direction. So that means that we need to get this to come off here. And we need to pull it all the way over here. So now how do we connect it like that? That's the question. It turns too sharply. So these kind of like, I guess I gotta have these split off. Unless I have them come around in like a loop. I guess that's technically one way to do it. But I want it to be an intersection. I want it to be able to go in and out. So one train has to come from this direction. And we have to bring it through here. How does one do that? There's no clearance. You cannot connect it. Okay. Here we go. That's the lowest one. I want it to be on the second. Now that's going to go and cross that. Now the question I also have too is, am I supposed to cross it like that? Or am I supposed to like connect it? I think crossing like that's okay. It just needs to make sure that it's like open. Let's try this real quick. Make sure that's not something I need to do. No, I think that's how it's going to work. Okay, so we have a connection for that one, but we also need to have a connection for this to go this way. Ooh, this is going to be a complex intersection, I'll tell you that. And then this one goes this way, but it also needs to come out. See, where can it connect from? It needs to connect like right here. Where can we go with it? I guess that could work. And then we also need to raise this up. So I need some ramps to get this to come up here, because it ain't going to go straight up like that. I might be able to just have it go up and then go off and connect up there. So let's do some foundations. Oop, looks like it'll go up. Like that, and like that. I guess we'll do this because it's not completely aligned. Oh, I know what I can do. I can do like a one ramp. There we go. And then this is going to come up here. Let's make it all concrete real quick. Should probably change that. Concrete it up. And we can go back to the builder. Foundations. You are going to be concrete. There we go. Grab the rail. Let's have it go up. And then straight up this direction. Probably like there. And like that. And now rotate it. Might be too sharp actually. The railway turns too sharp. Can we turn it like this now? Come on. Straighten out. Okay, that looks like it'll work. Okay, so that's going to go that direction. Now the question is, how am I going to do all the signals? That's the hard part, right? So this one splits off two. So one of them goes this direction, one of them goes that direction. Got the same thing here, but now we got to do this one as well. So we got a problem with this. We need to have one of them come off here. Let's do it like this. And then I think there's another opening here on this side, which we got to go through. Ooh, look at that. It's not a very good turn, is it? Now we'll do something like this. And then pull it this direction. Now, this track here is going to go out, and this track is going to go in. Okay, So we have all the tracks connected with a very complex intersection. Now, how are we going to do the signals is the question, while still keeping it going. So I would imagine, let's, hopefully I got enough computers. Logistics, transport. Yeah, I got like 28. So a block signal. We would definitely want it to be like right here. And make it where we can't let anything go through here. Because this is the entrance for this. So a block signal should be like, I'd imagine like that. But we also need path signals. Let's start with paths. Okay. Path signal. You're going this direction. And then we also got an entrance here. So where would this path signal go? Got it, that goes straight that way. Let's go over here. This is going to be the path signal for this one. Because it's not coming through this way. And then this one. This is going to be the path signal for this side. Come on. To the other side. There we go. That's the path signal here. Those are the entrances, and then this one comes in that way and goes out this way. Just like that. So we got path signals. Now we need to get the block signals. So for every path signal, we need a block. This one goes this way. So we're going to have one that goes all the way over here. And then we'll probably stop it like right here. And then this is going to go from here down this way. And we'll probably have it stop right on this side. And then this one goes all the way this way, and we have it stop like right here. Now with these path signals, let's try to copy the same thing. Hopefully this is going to work. Path signal goes this way. And so at the end, we need a block signal. There we go. Now, we also got another path signal that goes this way. I don't think we need any more block signals though. But I think the other issue we have is, oh, it's working. Let's see. Signal loops into itself. Does it? It might be because it doesn't have the block separated. Block signal. I'm so confused. Look how confusing this intersection is. This might not be a good one. I might have to do a little bit more research to figure this intersection out. All right, everybody. This is going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to have you guys let me know in the comments what you think and how I should do this intersection. And we'll try to figure it out in the next episode. Also, this episode took me like over 3 hours to do because I had to redo it, everything. So if you guys haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Support this channel out so we can keep it growing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later. Hey, Valhalla Gaming TV community. Join me in a quick shout out of our community members that help support the channel. Check out our very first member of Odin's Ravens, Layu02. Thank you for your support and see you all in the next video.